I have said it before, and I'll say it again. To me, having and using a camera is therapy. When I'm out of sync with the universe, I grab a camera and I commune with nature. I love the honesty and the generosity of the outdoors. Sometimes, not very often, I'll even meet a kindred soul, like Regina.
And that makes it so sweet too, because we got the best of both worlds then, and it is wonderful. It is so lovely. It is so lovely. And the fact that we know we are so loved, we really are loved. And then when we get ready, we can love ourselves, and it's like, this is sweet, this is good. And then it's free. I mean, we don't need to go out and buy a drug to do it or to feel it, We don't have to call a dope man up and bring this good feeling over, because it's in the heart, and it's always there. You can wake up with it in the morning, you can go to sleep with it at night, and it's just good. It's just good.
So what do you see for our future as people, as mankind?
I believe it's going to change for some people, but I believe for some people it's not. But I believe that everybody has their own timing. And if you want to go further on, like say to the fourth dimension instead of the third dimension, to a higher level, then it's good. But if you want to stay at that third dimension, if you're not ready to go on yet, then that's cool too, because in your own time, you'll be ready, and in your own time frame, you'll go on.
So we are eternal?
I believe so, and I believe in reincarnation.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Do you?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It doesn't make sense any other way.
I know.
This is what happens. People take a fact, they attach a theory, and they pass off the results as truth.
Yeah.
And those that are not in tune with themselves, they accept this truth, not knowing that they're being misled.
That is so true. And if that truth has any connection with their pocketbook, like on their job, then they don't want to hear anything else about it. Because a lot of times how you're bound up to how you make your money. For instance, say you're a policeman, and they tell you, you got to be harsh on people. You may not want to, but if you're getting paid for it, you're going to go along with the program, because that's your pocketbook, that's your money. And
oh yeah, that's a good point. So it's not necessarily what they want to do, it's what they have to do.
Yes,
because they're chained to the money.
Exactly.
That's an interesting theory.
Yes, and if you have kids to feed, and then you don't trust the universe to give you what you need, so you think, you got to do those things. So it's understandable. It's definitely understandable.
So you got off the grid, huh?
Oh yeah, I got completely off.
Let me tell you, how did you do that? How did you get the courage to do that?
Well, what happened was I had a house on 40th Street. I was living there, and then my daughter, she has a house right over here, not far, on Seawolf. So her boyfriend, he was locked up, so she needed me to come over. So I shut my house down, and I came over to be with her kids while she was working. She works at a bank. So I asked God, I said, I need a place to be. I don't have any money, but I need you to give me a place where I can be happy. And then I was walking, and that time I was with Bill. I was walking, and it's a little path you cut through where my daughter's street is, and you cut through where the church is. And up there, it looks just like this almost, it's woods. And I looked up, and I said, we can go up there. So he looked, and it's water everywhere around here. So when we first went in, it was water, and it was not, good. But then he looked, and he said, we have to go up that way, where the fence is, right by the church. So we went up there, and we had to cut. I had rose clippers. I had to cut our way up there, because that's how dense it was. Nobody had really been up there. And then when we got up there, right behind the church light, the sun was shining, and there was a space, and I was like, that's it. The
sun showed you the spot, eh?
Yes, it did. So I cleared
Divine intervention.
Yes, it was. And once I cleared it. And then I found a tent. One guy told me, well, I have a tent for $25 you can have. I got the tent, we put that up. That was a year ago. But since then, I've gotten another tent, a bigger tent. We put that up in April. So, and we've been up there ever since. And the church, and the way the church at first didn't like it. But what happened was one night we were there, and believe it or not, some boys were breaking in the school of the church, and Bill heard them, and Bill said, "I'm gonna go and call the police." And I was really scared because I didn't know what would happen. I said, "No, don't do that. They might retaliate on us." And he said, "No, I'm going to call." So he went and called the police, and the police came, and then they notified the church people. And ever since then, they were so glad that we were there because the people had tore up the school.
Oh my gosh, Providence.
Yeah, and now they give us food and ask us are we okay and that kind of thing.